excuse me, could you please reach that for me at the top? I'm like, oh my God, it's happening
Two in a
again.
row within like a few minutes of one another. Hey everyone from all over the globe.
Welcome back to another mukbang. It's
How
been
are
a
we
little
all?
while.
It's been a
Been a
while.
while. I think the neighbours are very happy for the silence.
Probably.
Bad luck, people. We have such an incredible mukbang today, so they're going to hear about it. I want the whole world to hear about it.
Yeah.
We have, get the pack, Beyond Meat
Beyond Meat.
burgers.
They've landed in Australia.
Yes.
They've been here for a couple of weeks now. We've been trying to get our hands on these babies since Beyond Meat announced on their Instagram back in early November that they'd landed in Australia.
We're like, where are they?
They haven't
We've been
until a couple of weeks back. So
We've got
they're here.
and we went from what is it?
Feast to famine?
Feast to famine.
No, famine to feast.
We went from 0 to 3 packs in the freezer. Anyway, before we get talking, I'm hungry, so let's assemble the burgers.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What are you guys eating? Let us know.
Let us know in the comments below. Look at these patties, eh?
Okay. Smell good. This is an eating show. Of course, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the idea of a mukbang, mukbang is Korean, we believe, for eating show. No, we don't pronounce it right, but hey, we like to eat, we like to film. It's all good,
We like
baby.
to talk. We like to get food all over our mouths.
No, you do.
And it's going to be worse today because I'm sporting the beard that everyone said to keep. So
There you go.
there you go.
It's going to be like a magnet for crumbs.
Yes,
I can just
crumb
feel
magnet.
it. Oh gosh. What are you guys eating? Pause the video, go and grab yourself a vegan meal. As always, let us know what you're eating
And
in
then
the
come
comments.
back and eat with us.
Absolutely. Okay, the assembly. Bread roll. Hold on, why have you got 2 plates? What's that for?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
That one can
yeah,
go.
swap. Less washing.
Excellent.
Cool. Okay.
We got all the fixings.
We do,
So we got obviously the patties. We got some onion. What do we got? We got some greens.
We got
beetroot.
some beetroot. Now, if you're an Aussie, aka Australian, just in case anyone doesn't know what that is.
Everyone knows who an Aussie is.
I think so. You have to have beetroot in your burgers.
Yeah,
That's a
very
must.
Australian. Tomato, cucumber. We've got some oven baked chips and tomato sauce.
And a bit of mustard.
Done.
That's it. And that's not the end of it. We do have dessert coming up. So this is a little bit of a taste test video actually, but we're kind of lying because we have had Beyond Meat
We have
burgers
had
before.
these. We had them last year in the US, didn't
Yes. Can we start?
we? Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
There you go. Thick patty. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is a thick patty.
Oh, it's smaller than the roll. Don't you hate that?
Let us know if anyone presses down on them as they're grilling them to sort of flatten them out a little bit. We were a bit hesitant. You did a little bit.
I
We
really
were kind
want
of
to squash
hesitant
it.
too, just in case it sort of stuck to
Yeah.
the base of the fry
Now,
pan.
actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to put salad, lettuce on the base.
Yeah, it needs something on it. Do you think it also needs a condiment on the base? Or just on the,
On the
base
top.
of the lid?
Condiments only go on the
Okay.
top.
All right.
I think that's my rules.
Get the lettuce down there.
We have some
Bed of
stories.
lettuce. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes,
I'll
we have some
give you all of
stories to
those.
tell you today. Once we eat something.
All right, I'm thinking.
Is that all right? You sure?
Yeah, that's all yours. Are you going to go onion next? I think so. They need to go together. No? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go onion. What do you guys do when you assemble your burger? Yeah, these are the real decisions, aren't they? First world problems. All right.
Yes. I need to chip. Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I thought you said you need to chip as in you need to cut across me, but you meant you need a chip.
So I'm slightly overdone because, timing with videos.
You know what? I'm going to go tomato on the bottom.
Oh, no.
And then tomato on the top.
Oh.
Although that's likely to provide some instability. The patty might slide on that base tomato, isn't it? Yeah, no, we don't want that.
What are you doing there?
Okay, double tomato. I might go, there you go, crisscross like that.
You need to, no. You need to spread them out.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like double up.
That's not...
No, it's going to be slidey. It's going to be
easier said than
slidey.
done.
Disaster. I can see it now.
Yeah, I
Why
can
is
too.
our burger assembling always such a drama?
I know. The worst thing is I'm also wearing a coloured t-shirt that's prone to getting beetroot juice stains on it.
That's
not
not
work too
good.
well. Okay, so...
Okay. Where did you go next? I'm going to do the opposite to what you did.
That's all right. Okay, let's get some tomato sauce.
Ooh, I don't think we need 2 slices of tomato. See, I think that's where we've gone wrong, Luca.
I think you're right.
I'm going to go for 1.
You go for 1. I like the moisture of it.
Yeah. Ah, look at that. I mean, seriously, look at that burger. I have to lift it up to the camera. And a little tissue for your fingers.
Sticky mitts.
Oh, excited. How heavy did you go with the sauce?
Look, it's high sodium, so
that's what I'm doing. Should have done a face, actually. That was very non-creative of us.
Yeah, I know. I started to do
vegan. You actually got more than me.
Okay. Have you done this one yet?
No.
Okay. I'm going to spread this out.
Ooh, are you a spreader or are you just a what do you call that? A dabber?
Yeah.
Go.
So I've got some good coverage here. So the coverage flavour per bite is going to be high.
There's a science to it. There is a science to it. I miss doing mukbangs. I know we've had a bit of a break because we've been extremely busy. But it's good to be back.
It is good to be back, yes. And a lot of you guys have let us know that you've missed them as well. So happy to be bringing them back.
I think I'm going to spread as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. You've inspired me to spread.
I'm going to chip it up. You've inspired me. They went cold.
I know they went cold. They were by the window and now we've got the fan on, but...
That's still good.
It's kind of like having crisps. Americans have crisps with their burgers. We don't do that here.
No.
We have chips.
That's true.
Right? Okay, so that's amazing. Oh my gosh. But before we have a bite, we have to take some thumbnails. So we're going to pause the video.
And we're going to be back shortly.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
What's this? Jazz hand show.
I don't know.
We're back. We're back.
It's a way of reaching out. I'm trying to engage here.
I am so excited to take a bite. It's gone stone cold, but doesn't matter.
That's all right.
Okay. Oh, it's going to be so messy. Why? It's really awkward to eat these kind of things on camera. Big bite.
Press down.
And you're not going to get to the burger for quite a while because it's.
And remember, you can't ask what it tastes like until you've finished, you've swallowed. Okay. Here we go.
What does it taste like? Ah. Mmm. So far, I've just got bread and tomato.
I've got some.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I remember it tasting like.
Oh yeah, I got some too. Yep. Yeah. So we had this a couple of times in the US.
First time was at Rowdy Girl Sanctuary.
Yes, that's right.
Renee and Tommy, former cattle ranchers, turned it into a sanctuary for their cattle. Oh,
we
anyway,
did a podcast interview with them.
Which
that was
we'll
the first. Yeah, we'll link
link
it
below. Yeah, and that was the first time Renee cooked some up in the kitchen.
Yeah,
and we shared a patty, didn't we?
We did because we bought our rice and beans and broccoli lunch in our travel containers. We didn't know they were going to give us lunch of burgers.
And that first bite that we each took transported us back 10 years to the last time that we ate meat. It was that similar. And again, I got to say, I mean, the taste and texture and the flavour is so reminiscent. It's incredible. This is why this product is the game changer, we believe.
Absolutely.
You know, because when you've had as many outreach conversations as we have with the general public, like we do at Anonymous for the Voices Cubes of Truth, yes, there are about 100 excuses for people not to go vegan. There are 10 main ones. And of the 10 main ones, the number one that more people say than any other is taste. So if we can have a product that tastes, that replicates the taste of meat as closely as possible, it really is going to be a game changer. Because so many people are faced with the choice of, I'll have this product that involves violence, cruelty, death, exploitation, murder, kidnap, rape, you know, the whole lot, and environmental destruction, and also really bad for my health. Or I can have something that doesn't involve
all of that, and it still tastes really good and so similar.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah. So, look, we enjoy them. And it's funny, like we were talking about this the other day. For many, many years, once we went vegan, look, I'm flapping this. We didn't really want to even try any of the vegan alternatives for meat, dairy or eggs. They just reminded us so much of the actual animal products, and we're like, we don't want to be reminded, we don't need those.
The idea repulsed us because we didn't want to be reminded of eating the flesh and secretions of animals because, you know, seeing what was happening to the animals, what was done to the animals, was so fresh in our minds as new vegans.
Like
that
we
we're
didn't
like,
want to But
I remember we didn't try vegan cheese for about, I think it was something like 2.5 years after going vegan.
Yeah,
and even then it repulsed us, didn't it?
Yeah, I didn't like it. But anyhow, lately we have started to try more products. I think it was when we went to the US because we're eating out so much, and you know, just when we're traveling, and And it was good to show our audience that, hey, you can have all these products. It's not just rice and beans and greens that we eat. You can have so many other things as a vegan. So, and then it's good to promote. And like now I actually like the flavor. I like the taste. And I'm not associating it mentally anymore with animals for some reason. I mean, we've been vegan,
coming up 8 years in August. Yeah. And we no longer associate it. I don't know. It's like a mental barrier that we've crossed where we're no longer repulsed and we're no longer
it just tastes good and I want to promote it.
Like no one ever stopped eating animal products because they don't like the taste of them any longer, and that's what we always say to people, so these are just the tastes that I guess we all grew up on for, in our case, like 3 decades of our lives. So anyway, and the other thing is, doesn't it enhance our outreach conversations with the general public?
It does, because now you can say, like, I've had this. It's not just, it exists and I've heard it's really good, but I've had this burger.
And the first bite we ever had transported us back 10 years to the last time we ate meat. That's how reminiscent and similar it is. People go, oh, wow,
Yeah.
So it's really handy to use it in your outreach.
Absolutely.
And it's not a staple food for us,
No.
We shared a patty at Rowdy Girl Sanctuary, then you had one at Veggie Grill, and then we had one each in Chicago at Life Kitchen, I think. And that's it. And this is the first time since. So.
But it's so funny. So as we said at the beginning, we're trying to get our hands on these patties because they just sold out straight away. And we ended up finding them. So we're like, okay, we'll get 2 packs just so we've got them now. And then this morning we were at our local supermarket picking up some bread and some tomato and cucumber for today's mukbang. And the manager from the butcher section came over with the Beyond Meat pack in his hand and handed it to us.
We're in the fresh fruit and veg section, and he saw us and he came over.
And the reason for that is that we've been asking him for like weeks, maybe even months now. Have you got it? Have you got it? Have you got it? And so when they finally got it, he remembered us, and he came straight over, and we're like, oh my god! I felt like crying. I felt like hugging him.
Yeah, we had already bought 2 packs or patties at the other supermarket after trying to chase them down. I had to call around multiple supermarkets. That's how fast they've sold out here in Australia.
Yeah.
And so we didn't need any more, but we felt so bad. Yeah. Initially, we said we actually bought some at another supermarket. We don't need them. And then we thought, hang on a sec, we hounded and harassed this. Not harassed, but, we kept asking this guy politely every time, of course. And then now we're turning him down when he's come up to us sort of with a beaming smile saying,
we've got 3 packs now.
we couldn't not. Yeah.
I felt bad.
First we said no and he took it back.
I know, I said, we've already got some, thanks anyway.
And then we're like,
maybe next time. And I said to them, no, we've got to go back and buy it.
We have to create the demand, Otherwise they won't get them back at that supermarket, and then other people won't have the opportunity to buy them.
Exactly.
So, got to put our money where our mouths are.
Literally. And we had a moral obligation to buy a 3rd pack of Beyond Meat burgers. So we have some stories. Are we up to story time? What else you got? Read your list. You don't have to think about it.
If you don't already know, Beyond Meat filed for an initial public offering with the NASDAQ a couple of months ago, so they want to become a publicly listed company. Right now it's just been private capital.
I'm just playing with onion, don't worry.
Oh, and also we watched a video the other day by one of Beyond Meat's ambassadors, Kyrie Irving, NBA basketball superstar, and so they've got everything going for them. Like,
it's a game changer. Yeah. It is delicious. I think it's like my best mukbang ever.
It's really, it's such a tasty patty.
Oh, and by the way,
a
lot of people say that you have to cook it in oil, like a bit of oil on your pan, but you don't need to because there's oil in the patties. So we used a non-stick pan, and as soon as we put them in there, they started sizzling because all the oil comes out, and didn't even stick. So medium heat, 3 minutes on each side. That's what the packet says. Came out perfect.
Perfect. I'm really looking forward to when restaurants start selling them here in Australia, just like they currently do in the US at places like Veggie Grill. And I think TGI Fridays have them, or is it the Impossible Burger? I'm not quite sure, but anyway, that Life Kitchen we went to, and many other places. So
they're going to start.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen because then it's just more readily accessible.
Yeah, I mean, look, bean burgers are obviously great, and we love them.
Yeah,
but they don't taste or mimic meat. So for a non-vegan, they're always going to choose unfortunately, the animal burger over a bean burger or a quinoa burger or something healthier. So I think it would be, really good to have something that mimics meat more at restaurants rather than a bean burger, for example.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the bean burger is going to be our staple choice when we're out, but for the non-vegans that are still addicted to the taste of meat, which is a real thing, it's the option needs to be there, yeah?
So I give it a 10 out of 10 in terms of taste testing.
That's all right.
Happy?
Yeah.
I think we've done well with the fixings. Which are very good.
If you gave this to a staunch meat eater, they wouldn't know. So just buy it. You don't even have to tell them it's a vegan burger, because sometimes when you say, oh, it's a vegan burger, they already come with this preconceived, they put up this wall, they think it's weird. In fact, to be fair, the manager of the meat department, when we first asked him about, do you have the Beyond Meat burger, and we said it's a plant-based burger patty being sold out of a meat case, he kind of gave us a bit of a weird look type thing. Probably didn't help that I'm wearing vegan statement tees as I'm asking him, but anyway, but he was transformed today. Like he was like a kid on Christmas Day. I
know,
felt like, with
like
a smile on his face.
Proud mother showing like, oh, look what I've got for you. It was amazing. Anyway, can we get on with story time?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God, your voice went up. That means you don't want to.
No, it's fine.
So, talking about our adventures in the supermarket. What a week we have had. So we're in the supermarket the other day, and we had 2 encounters. Absolutely blew our mind, and we're like, "Ooh, we'll save this for a mukbang." Can't believe it happened on the same day within minutes of each other. So we were walking past the dairy aisle, and a woman was trying to reach some milk at the very top shelf. And of course, she asked Long Arm Luca, "Can you please?" Yeah, it's not even. Can you? But where is your elbow? Your elbow isn't even
leg
shelf.
arms. One of those things.
So this is normal.
Fly an aeroplane.
What is that? Wow. No, not crumbs, just white hair because you're old.
Not salt and peppers.
Yep. So anyway, this woman says, "Oh, excuse me, can you please reach that milk at the top?" And we're like, "Well." Can we take it from there?
Yeah, keep going.
No, you go.
Me?
You can't remember, can you? Anyway.
Your memory's better.
Oh, God. So we're like, oh. And it all happens so quickly. We're like, we can't reach up for milk and give it to this woman. That's helping her create demand.
I said to her, "I can't do that for you, I'm sorry." I said, this product is full of cruelty. I said, "Do you know what happens in the dairy industry? Did you know that they take the babies away from the mothers so that we can steal the milk and have it?" And
mind you,
she started to...
Well, hold on, wait.
Oh, yeah.
You're wearing a top that says, "It's not food, it's violence, go vegan." It's just like perfect setting.
But her face, she started to almost, tears started to well in her eyes, and
she said, "Oh, I didn't know that, I'm vegetarian." And we're like, oh my God, this is the moment we've always wanted to have.
Yeah, and later on I asked her, why did you go vegetarian? Because she went vegetarian as a teenager, I believe, and she said it was for the animals. So I wanted her to reconnect with the reason why. I knew she'd gone vegan for the animals, vegetarian for the animals, because she'd been vegetarian her whole life type thing. I just knew, and that helped. I knew reconnect her with animals.
Exactly. She said,
"The reason
I don't need anything with the face." So,
or a mother.
And so we had this talk in the dairy aisle about dairy, and this woman was so open-hearted. Yeah, she had tears in her eyes. Luca, you did a brilliant job. Quickly got out the phone and looked up
Petta's Dairy in 60 Seconds. Because I knew she wouldn't have time to stand there and watch Dairy is Scary by Erin Janer, so I just thought something quick. And, showed her there, and she stood there for the 60 seconds she watched.
And the volume was on high.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was like kind of turn away, and the tears were in her eyes.
But taking it in at the same time. She knew it was like everything. It was almost as if it had been in the back of her mind for decades, and that she'd kept it there and kept her head in the sand and willful ignorance in a way.
Well, it was interesting because the milk wasn't for her. She said, "I have the other plant milks." It was for her husband. So I think she had an awareness of something wasn't right in the industry, but she didn't know the details, and that's why she was so kind of taken aback. But she was ready for the message, and the most beautiful thing was, because the volume was on nice and high, and you can hear the terrible sounds of the animals in that video, everybody else that was coming around the dairy aisle left. I did not notice anyone actually take milk off the shelf.
No, it created a big scene around the dairy case.
There was like a little disruption, a little direct action there.
It disrupted her purchase of baby cow milk, and it disrupted other people's as well. So It was fantastic.
It was.
She thanked us. Obviously, we told her about the YouTube channel for further education.
It was just the most beautiful encounter.
It really was.
And so heartwarming to see someone so open.
Yeah.
And just like, she thanked us for it. Like, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
When someone's ready, they're going to thank you for opening their eyes to the reality of what they're participating in unknowingly.
Yeah.
So it was just beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, it really was.
That's the end of that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So we leave the dairy aisle. We literally turn the... I'm trying to swallow this up. Turn the corner into the next aisle where we were heading down originally.
Which had like processed meats. And one lady, she was trying to get herself some meat pies from the top shelf.
The door open.
The fridge door open.
She had her arm up. She was short like me. And this was, I'm not joking, like within 10 seconds of finishing the conversation with the vegetarian.
Yeah.
She says...
Which she hadn't heard of.
No, she hadn't heard because it was the next aisle.
Yeah.
She turned and said to Luca, "Excuse me, could you please reach that for me at the top?" I'm like, oh my God, it's
Two
happening
in a
again.
row within like a few minutes of one another.
I couldn't believe it.
So anyway,
and you had the best comeback for when she said, "Can you please reach that for me?"
I think
Do you remember?
I said, I'm sorry, I can't.
No!
Go on.
You forgot. You said because we couldn't see it properly at that stage. We were still approaching, but we knew it was the meat section.
Yeah, yeah.
And you said...
It depends what it is.
I'm like, oh my God, it's going to happen again.
And then I saw that she wanted me to reach for meat pies. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I can't get that for you. I said, it's not food, it's violence. And I pointed to my vegan statement tank top. And I said, do you know what is done to the animals in order for us to be able to eat their flesh? And she sort of saw the whole, the whole vegan thing, heard what I was saying. She was initially like, what? And then she sort of got it and she's like, oh, I'm not going to get anywhere with this guy. And so she closes the fridge, she goes to walk off.
So the point is, she was not open at all.
No.
Two people in the exact same scenario, one aisle between, same conversation, same everything. One person was open and ready, the other one shut us down.
She starts walking off, and I was telling her, what was I saying? Facts about the industry. I said, do you know what happens? Have you seen footage?
And she's walking away, but you kept going. I was so proud of you.
She's like, yeah, I've seen it.
My uncle's a farmer.
Yeah.
A dairy farmer.
A dairy farmer. I said, oh, well, they kill the baby cows in the dairy industry, the males, and also the female mothers once their production of their secretions declines. And she was like, whoa.
Yeah, she freaked out a little bit. Here's the thing. She didn't get the meat, right? She did not get what she wanted. Crumbs massively.
Doesn't matter.
And then when we went to the checkout, she was already there and she had her head down and she wouldn't look at us because it was a self-checkout. So the point was, she went from that aisle where we had rejected her straight to the checkout and left. She didn't buy the meat. We stopped her. It was a direct action to stop that purchase.
Yeah.
Now, of course, she's going to bite the next time round, but right then, someone said, no, I am not going to help you participate in creating more demand for animals to be needlessly bred and tortured and mutilated, artificially inseminated, and ultimately murdered. I'm not going to help you with that.
It's like an intervention in a way.
God. Yeah, we're just saying, no, I'm not going to support this. I'm not going to help you. And I have to say, like, the first one I was okay with, but the second one, my heart was pounding a little bit more, and I thought, you know what? That took big tennis balls.
Well,
it did, because I was feeling a little bit more nervous, but you just went in there. I was so proud of you. I was really proud of you.
Just defending the victims, the way I would want someone to defend my life.
And it's true, but in the moment, I think it's hard for a lot of people to do that, to say, no, I can't help you with that, and then go into why with a complete stranger. It's not like you're at a cube and they're coming to you and they're looking at some footage. They're literally asking you to help them get something off the top shelf.
Well, they're not getting something. They're getting a product of absolute extreme violence, and someone else had to pay with their life for that product. So
you set an amazing example. That's what I want to say, and that's why we're telling this story is, just dig deep and find that courage and just say, I'm sorry, but I can't help you with that because it goes against my ethics, my morals, everything. It was amazing. We walked out of that supermarket like, oh my God, what just happened?
And just because she didn't go vegan on the spot, a seed was planted, It's made her think. She's probably going to complain to maybe her husband or a partner about the situation. Oh, this crazy vegan in the supermarket wouldn't get me down the meat pies. Who do they think they are, But that's all right. It started the conversation. It's probably started a conversation about veganism.
It would have shocked her to think that somebody was. I know you don't like the crunchy ones. I'll swap you up.
Thank you.
Somebody was. What was I going to say? Somebody
strong enough in their convictions?
Yeah, someone cared enough about the animals to take a stance and say no. Like, that's really striking, I think. It doesn't happen every day.
Yeah,
so I think it would have shook her up, like, to make her think, oh, wow, people actually care that much about animals.
Yeah.
On some level, she's going to think about that.
Yeah, because we've normalised consuming animal corpses and body parts such that we don't even consider it. It's now just a product, an inanimate product that's going to taste good and give us 5 minutes of sensory pleasure. We've totally disconnected ourselves from the actual victims. So it brought her awareness to the fact that there is a direct victim behind that product.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Amazing. So I'm thinking that's a new form of activism. You can just... You know, if you're tall, if you're short like me, forget it, it's not going to work. I can't reach anything myself. Right? But if you're tall, you could like just walk up and down the supermarket aisles waiting for short people to say, excuse me, because you get asked all the time.
Yeah. It's a good form of activism.
We could mic you up and secretly film in between the aisles. I just could not believe that it happened twice within 10 seconds, 2 aisles. What a day. Oh my gosh. So, I feel like every time we walk into that supermarket now, my expectations for something to happen are really high. Is the butcher manager going to come over with some more vegan things for us? You know, like, what's going to happen?
Speaking of the butcher manager, you know, the first supermarket that we actually got them from first, the other day, I had a great conversation with him about the Beyond Meat burger as well. And he said that he'd... I think he was the 2IC, and his boss had tried it and spoke highly of it. So you know, just having conversations, have the conversations. That's the key, guys. Speak up for innocent victims, defend their lives as you would want someone to defend yours. Have the conversations, plant the seeds, let the chips fall where they may.
Oh god!
Right at the end. Oh no! Disaster! Burger disaster.
So bad.
These are so good.
They're so good. Help me.
No, you're doing alright. Oh, you got a bit of hair in your mouth. You're good now.
They're delicious.
They're really, really delicious. Have you tried them? Do you like them?
Yeah.
Do your non-vegan family, friends, colleagues like them? Can you get them where you are? We had someone message us when we bought them and showed them on Instagram saying, yeah, we got them here in Korea.
Amazing.
Fantastic, huh?
Now, does anyone else have problems holding burgers together? Because, okay, you've got massive hands and you seem to just hands, keep everything together. My burgers just always spill. Maybe it's a reflection.
I think it's the size of your hands.
I think... Or is it because I'm always messy and I'm just one with the messiness?
It's a combination of the two. Small hands and being one with the messiness. Large hands being one with the fastidious tidiness.
I love it. What else we got on our list? I can't...
A tip that came out of that was to download videos like Peter's dairy in 60 seconds or chicken in 60 seconds or eggs in 60 seconds.
Because you showed the vegetarian woman the egg 60 seconds. Oh, what did you show?
Oh, I did too. I showed her Aussie Farms footage of baby male chicks being ground up alive in an industrial macerator on their first day of life.
Because once we finished talking to her about the dairy industry, we're like, oh, well, do you eat eggs as well as a vegetarian? She said yes. And so then we had to get into the whole egg thing, and then she had tears again in her eyes.
Yeah, let her know that it was the same process for free range, organic, cage free, higher welfare, humane eggs.
All the same. But the point was, you were having a bit of trouble getting that particular footage. So we thought, great tip.
You know, searching for it on the phone using the website without a mobile app, it was just, big fingers. It just wasn't happening.
Download those videos on your phone. So they're in your gallery. Whenever you're having this conversation, you can just quickly pull it out, press play. And that way they don't need to hear it from you. They're seeing it, they're hearing it for themselves straight away. Show
people the truth, expose it to them. It'll hit them in the heart.
Yeah.
And then they can never say that they didn't know.
That's
From
right.
that point forward.
Yep.
So good. Like really.
I'm glad we got 3 packs. Translate?
You said you're glad we got 3 packs.
This last chip was super crunchy. Crunch. Oh my god, that was so good.
Very good, huh?
Mm-hmm. But
it's
not over, baby. It is not over.
Another product has just landed here in Australia.
Yes. It's dessert time. I feel like I took a dab.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm still crummy. Ice cream time. Okay, so Magnum have just launched vegan ice creams.
Look at that. Certified vegan by vegan.org. How good is that?
Fantastic.
And the promotion of these has been off the charts.
Everywhere.
We walked into our local petrol station, service station the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Plastered all over the windows, on the floor.
They've done really well. Yeah,
like advertising on the floor was amazing.
They're advertising. I've seen pictures on Facebook. I think it was in a train station or something. They're advertising all over the place. So that's really good. Now there are 2 flavors.
Almond and classic, and we deliberated between the 2. We ended up going for the almond. Most people said that was a great choice, but both are equally good.
We did want, now the other thing is Cornetto have a new vegan ice cream out as well.
Yes.
And we wanted to get one of those to compare the 2.
It just didn't happen.
We couldn't get our hands on them. You had to buy like a
4-pack.
4-pack.
Yeah, this is a 3-pack.
I just want one.
They weren't as readily available as the Magnums.
No, Cornetto, you've got to step up your game. I haven't seen advertising. They're not readily available.
We've spoken to some people who say they prefer the Cornetto to the Magnum. They say that the Cornetto tastes more ice creamy and this Magnum tastes more sugary. But we'll have a taste ourselves.
All right.
We might have to get the Cornetto in a future one if we can.
Yes. Okay. It's in the freezer.
Okay.
It's your cue.
We forgot to say when we were cooking the Beyond Meat burger, initially the smell isn't the best, but before long it turned into what we recall cooking animal flesh to smell like.
Yeah.
Again.
It was interesting. Yeah, at first we're like, oh, that, and someone had actually said to us, like, when they started cooking the Beyond Meat burgers, like there's a weird smell almost.
Initially,
but then it very quickly changes. So don't worry, like when you're cooking it, thinking, oh, that's going to be gross. It's not. Try it. But yes, then soon after that, it really did taste like meat cooking, but not like a. How would I describe this? I don't want to say it was nice or bad because I don't want to turn anyone off either way.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you're eating,
if you can disassociate, the product and the smell and the look and the taste and the texture and everything from the animal flesh, then you will enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you can't disassociate that in your mind, then you're likely to be so reminded of animal flesh that you'll be repulsed.
But it wasn't like 100% like the smell of cooking meat.
No,
like it wasn't 100% at all.
No.
In fact, then we started cooking the onions in the juices that were left over, and that smelled beautiful. Like it was a nice smell. So just try it.
Let us know if you haven't tried them, you're going to try it after seeing us eat them. Let us know your thoughts on them. All right, let's do this,
Oh, that was dangerous. Got a little, it's handy, isn't it? Oh, you did it the other way, like it's a little tear thing.
Oh, is there?
Oh, it just doesn't have it. Oh, I had a little tear thing.
Okay.
I had a special one. Cool. Is that smaller than they used to be? I haven't had a Magnum forever.
I can't...
Magnums used to be about 5 times the size of this.
How
Hold on. Back in the 90s.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Magnums used to be huge. That's like a mini. Did we buy minis?
They're not minis. Maybe they have shrunk them. Or maybe because they appeared bigger back then.
Because we were young?
We were younger.
And
I don't
smaller?
know. I don't know.
Cheers, biggies.
Cheers. All right.
Oh, smelling first. Yeah, chocolate. Reminds me of Easter eggs. Ooh.
There's no way you'd be able to tell.
Couldn't tell.
There's no way. And again,
yum.
if you can't tell, then why does the dairy industry still exist? It's a crime. It's 2019.
It's going
We're
down.
still drinking, stealing baby cow's milk as adult humans. It's crazy when you can have the same
This
thing.
is delicious. This is absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad you got the almond one.
Mm.
Oh.
It's a travesty that the dairy industry still exists. Don't support it. Buy the vegan alternatives instead.
Sorry, but this is really...
It's really good.
Really good.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Oh my God, this is like the best day ever.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Wow. Thank you, Magnum.
Both of these products...
That's taking me back. Wow.
Really, 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 really good. Now, some people I just wanted to address. Magnum is owned by Unilever. I believe Unilever still tests some of their products on animals, not Magnum's obviously. But some people have hesitations and reservations about giving their money to a
corporation.
I just combined company and corporation into a company.
That's cool. Company.
What we want to say is these corporations, they account for the whereabouts, the origins, I should say, of every single dollar. So it doesn't just go into one big pool where they don't know where that dollar came from versus that dollar. No. It is supply and demand at the individual product level. So
they know
purchases of these, demand for Magnums is going to create the supply of more vegan Magnums, not more products that they might have that are tested on animals. No, it doesn't work that way.
The reality is companies like Unilever, etc., who are just massive, they're never going away. As much as we wish they would, they're never ever going to go away because they are worth so many billions of dollars. Now, we can either have them exist forever, as they will, and create non-vegan products, or we can support their vegan products and have them create more of those. The more vegan products they make, the less they're going to make of the other one. It's simply demand and supply. So don't think, oh, I can't have this because I don't want to support Unilever. Have this because you're saying, change your perspective. I'm going to have this product because I want Unilever to make more vegan products. It's as simple as that.
You vote with your dollar.
Exactly.
If you want more vegan products, buy more vegan products. And they'll supply more vegan products. They don't care what they're selling us. They just want to sell us something and they want to make money. Now, if you're anti-capitalist and anti-large corporation, what have you, totally understand. And that's your prerogative and totally your decision. But perhaps, just know that if you buy these, you're not supporting Unilever's products tested on animals. You're supporting the supply
product that you
more
actually
vegan.
buy.
Yeah, exactly. More vegan Magnums.
Really good. So what else are we going to talk about? I want to talk about we're going to. Really I know it's really. I don't want it to end. So wow. Make it last. I'm going to drip in down my hand.
Wow.
We're going to Israel soon. When is it? Like 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We're attending the Total Liberation Conference where we've been invited to speak. We are so excited. What an honour. It's just, we can't wait.
We can't wait. Now, I know a lot of our followers in Israel have been messaging us about this. So,
decadent.
I know, so good. We are going to have a meetup. We're going to have lots of actions there. They haven't been organised yet, but they're in the process of being organised.
Our good friend Tal Gabor, winner of Big Brother Israel 2014, is organising those actions for us. So there'll be plenty of animal rights activism taking place during our 2 weeks while we're there.
Ignore me. The point is, all of our events are going to be on our Facebook page, That Vegan Couple. Click on events and you'll see things there as they're organised.
If you're in Israel, get your tickets to the Total Liberation Conference. It's going to be a jam-packed day of activism, speeches, talks, totally inspiring, educational, informative.
Food, entertainment, it's going to be amazing.
Fun.
So we're very, very excited for that. And thank you for all the messages. It's almost time, almost time. Now, in terms of our activism tours in Canada and Europe, they are coming along nicely. They're going to be in June and July and August and September.
Yep.
It's a long year.
And early October, the first 5 days of October in Portugal.
Oh, okay. I'm exhausted already.
We're giving 12 talks this year.
In addition to the usual stuff. So a lot of events are already on our Facebook page. Again, That Vegan Couple, click on events, you can see what's happening. And as they're being organised, I'm going to continue to add them. They'll also be advertised on Instagram, so follow us there, have your notifications on. I don't want people to miss it because we still get people asking us if we're coming to the US. And we're like, we were there last year, you missed it.
So we're talking meetups, activism workshops, Anonymous for the Voices, Cubes of Truth, the Save Movement vigils, direct action everywhere disruptions, Dominion film screenings, and talks and speeches that we'll be giving. So a lot on.
We're going to a lot of festivals this year. We're speaking at quite a few festivals, including the Berlin Vegan Summer Fest.
Yep.
The one in Toronto.
Sustainable Block Party.
Yep.
Best.
And others that I can't remember. When we get back to
UK
Australia.
Vegan Camp out, of course.
Oh yeah. Okay. We'll be in Melbourne for a couple of events, including World Vegan Day and the Animal Rights Forum. I think they're calling it that this year. We'll also be speaking at
the Vegan Festival in Adelaide. And also the Vegan Weekend in Norway.
Oh yeah, big stuff happening in Norway. Very busy there.
All over the world.
It's going to be great. Check everything on Facebook and just make sure you're following. And we're so excited to meet you all, and just it's going to be great.
Yeah. Speaking of animal rights activism, huge action called Meet the Victims, held for the first time in the UK. It originated here in Australia. There have been 3 Meet the Victims in Australia, and they've also had one in California, in Barcelona.
One in Texas.
Oh,
Someone
Texas.
messaged us.
Yeah,
They
okay.
had one in Texas.
And just most recently in the UK. So 200 activists attended a pig farm and took footage of the pigs and the horrific state that they're in. Anyway, it's made media headlines, which is great because we need to force the debate because we know we can win the debate. So we just got to keep doing these actions.
I'm so proud of every single person that took part. We've taken part in 2 here in Australia, and the most recent one that we went to, we actually did go inside very quickly to get some footage.
And we've got a video actually on the channel, which
Yes.
we'll link below. Please check that out if you haven't watched it already, to see what it's like inside a pig farm. Now, this was in Australia, but as they showed in the UK, it's the same all over the world because this is the cheapest way for farmers to produce these animal products that we're addicted to.
And make as much profit as they can. So, really, really proud of everyone who took part. We shared a lot of the stories on our Instagram as well. And as you said, the aftermath, media's got involved, farmers are up in arms. It's just all hell's breaking loose, and that's great. Oh, you just missed
Almost.
Gosh. It's great because...
We wiped down the table before we started the mukbang, by the way, if anyone was thinking, oh, he's eating off the table. It's great because all the aftermath. It's great because...
It's forcing people to talk about it. It's forcing people to take a side. And this is the power of direct action.
Yeah.
Of disrupting, again, what we've been indoctrinated to think is normal and natural and necessary. It's not. It's been normalized, but it's not normal. I feel like I'm doing our workshop now.
Buying these products is great, and creating demand for more vegan products is great, and making vegan food more accessible is great, but it's actually not enough to end animal exploitation and to achieve and win animal rights and animal liberation.
We have to get angry and active. I was going to say active, but angry came out. Bit of both.
We need to have the conversation at a societal level that animals are not here for us, they're here with us, that there's no excuse for animal abuse, and that all animal exploitation is needless and needs to stop. So actions like this, Meet the Victims, helps create the debate, which again we know we can win because there's no moral justification for needlessly killing innocent animals who don't want to die.
When we spoke about this, most recently we were invited to speak at the University of Queensland, here in Queensland in Australia, and we had an audience of university age students, most of them, some people were from outside, and we spoke all about the importance of getting active and how you can be active on campus, but of course you can apply what we were talking about to anywhere, any life situation. We just, we got to step it up. That's why we say going vegan is not the most we can do, it's the least we can do. That's exactly what we mean. We need to be doing so much more because the pressure, it's like squeezing a pimple or a volcano it's about to explode, I feel like the pressure is being applied to industry and they're reacting in very hostile ways, which is a good thing. We're really pushing the boundaries.
Right. We need to continue to be peaceful, non-violent, speak up firmly, honestly, truthfully for the animals.
And disrupt. Disrupt. Whether it's in a supermarket, because someone asks you to reach for an animal product.
Or whether it's an action with 200 activists entering a pig farm and showing the truth about how animal products are produced.
Do something. Do something the way you would want someone to do something for you if it was your life, if you were the victim. That's it.
Don't not do anything just because you can't do everything.
Whatever you can do, do it. All right. I'm psyched up. I feel like I'm on a protest or something. Woo! All right.
Let us know if you've tried.
Fun.
It has. Let us know if you've tried the Beyond Meat burger, or you're going to try it in the comments below. Let us know if you've tried the Magnum, the vegan Magnum ice creams, the almond one, the classic one. What do you think? What about the Cornetto? Have you tried that? More importantly, have any of your not yet vegan family and friends try them, and what's their feedback been?
I think this is the most vegan junk food we've had in one sitting like in our entire lives.
100%.
This will do us for like the next 6 months.
In 8 years, this is the most in one sitting. By
See
far.
what we do for you guys.
Yeah.
You can have 2 cans of beans tonight.
If you want some, whole food based burger patty recipe ideas, I think we've got a video that we could link below, haven't we? Yeah, we'll do that. And there are heaps that you can Google online as well.
We've also got a recipe ebook.
That's right, yeah.
There are many different ways to eat vegan.
Just as there are many ways to eat non-vegan, so...
Yep.
That's it.
I do. All right.
Options. Just showing options. It's up to you.
Up to you.
Just make it vegan.
Exactly. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff. Make sure you follow us on Facebook to see all of those wonderful events that are coming up this year.
Turn on notifications on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And remember until next time that going vegan is not the most we can do.
It's the least we can do, and it is delicious and so easy in 2019, baby.
Good to see you all.
See you next video.
Bye, everyone.